then I tried to tune into whatever they say. They always, everybody's different, but they say subtle things, little things. Don't expect them to say one huge thing and that's it. They say tiny little things when they were younger, older, near the death, all kinds of stages of their life. And a lot of the information I get is emotionally how he felt emotionally, his emotions. If he had depression or this, I'll get stuff like that. And yes, hopefully we'll get details so it's him. And then the ball just keeps rolling, and then we can ask questions, and if not, then we don't have to, but we'll just get what we can get from him. Okay? Okay. Will, what was his name?
Matthew.
Matthew, okay, Matthew. 5 years ago, 21. Okay, well, I do it with my eyes closed, and you just got to bear with me. It takes time. Were you really close to him?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Matthew, I think, kind of just flew in here. Okay, I sense a real hypersensitive kid, almost ADD, almost oversensitive, very fast. And again, you have to remember it might be in his mind too.
Yes.
He may have thought a lot, was a thinker, goer, doer, but he just flew in here. He's excited to see you. He's got a lot of adrenaline. It feels like he was a speed freak or something, like he liked fast. Is that true?
Yeah, I can vouch for that. To
Okay.
see you always so fast on things.
Yeah, on some things. He just feels like he's moving very fast. His energy is fast. He also feels like he was a little, like he was lost, like he had some loneliness, like he had something about him that wasn't fulfilled. It wasn't solid. He felt lost um, inside,
Yeah.
deep inside.
Yes.
Um, feels like he had a lot of friends. It feels like he had a lot of activities, even with family, but on some level, it almost feels like somebody abandoned him. I don't know if his dad did or if he was abandoned somehow, but there's this lost feeling I get from him. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
Okay. Yeah, he's saying that when he was young, it's like he was his dad. Not good with his dad. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay.
There's been some incidences and stuff.
It just feels like his dad and him wasn't real solid. Something wasn't good with his dad. Um, feels like his mom was even kind of scattered, maybe not as bad, but like mom had a hard time with him. Is that true?
Um,
Or just in life, maybe just working and having children, that kind of thing. It just
yeah, I can see that one. Yes.
okay, yeah. It just felt like mom was struggling. Um, like mom was busy. Mom had things to do. Mom had feels like more than the one son. Did she have a girl too, or
Yeah, she had a few girls.
a few girls? Yeah, it felt like a lot of kids. All right. Was he the oldest?
No.
No. Okay, so there was someone older than him. Okay, it feels like a brother. Or some male energy. Maybe that was you that would be there for him. Is that true?
He would have probably been there for me a lot more.
He would be
We were
there.
very close in age, me and him.
Okay. Okay, well, I just felt some connection with a male.
Maybe an uncle.
Okay. Yeah, no, it feels more like you. Like you two had a good connection. I think that's what he's trying to tell me. But you, okay, who's older, you or him?
I am.
You. Okay, that's what I thought. There was an older male, and then he was talking about you. So he was talking about you. His energy is fast. Anything about a car? Did he?
Like he's had cars and stuff.
He's had cars. That's it. Okay. It just feels like I thought he said car, and it felt like fast car, something, the car, something fast. Okay, and it feels like he would come down off of a high. I don't know if it's literally drugs or if he would just come down off of this ADD and he would be real mellow and melancholy and slow and kind of almost lethargic. Is that true?
I don't know.
I'm so
He doesn't know what lethargic means.
Just kind of slow, like he would almost crash and be a different person.
Like, did he have like depression? Like he would be high, like happy, and then next
Yeah,
day
and
just
then
kind of.
yeah,
sorry.
because it feels like he'd be going, and then he would be just then all of a sudden he'd be mellow, like he would crash or something, or he'd be quiet or withdrawn or something.
Yeah.
He would go within. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm just kind of sensing two different personalities. Because he just kind of first he came in flying in here with all this energy, and then he showed me this side of him that would just kind of drag along, and he it was like he would be different. He would just kind of go within, and he was quiet and he was mellow, and I don't know. It doesn't feel like heavy depression, but it just feels like he would feel that lost again, that lostness that I felt in the beginning. Um, like, what am I going to do with myself? Or what's next? Or something like that. Um, it feels like he really never established a career or anything. Is that true?
He did for a while, but then an incident happened and he hurt his knee.
Okay. Yeah, because he doesn't feel like he had anything going yet in life, like a career or an opportunity to do what he loved or something. It's like he felt just kind of in limbo of what to do next.
Okay.
Is that true?
I can see that part, yes.
Okay. Did he still live at home?
Yes.
Yeah, it feels like it because I see the girls running around and the kids running around. The house was kind of chaotic. Um, he's just talking about his about you now and about how life with you guys were good buddies, good pals. He you guys did a lot together. I think I don't know if I heard him say fishing or not, but it's like you guys would hang out.
Yes, we did a lot of fishing.
You did a
and
lot
stuff.
of fishing. Okay, I thought that's what he said. Fishing. That you did help each other a lot. You say that he helped you more, but he's saying that you helped him more. Um, it's almost like you two were kind of feeling the same way at the time. Is that true? Emotionally? I mean, kind of like wondering what life's all about and
Yes.
okay. So you both were kind of spiritually on the same path. Um, except of course different. But you both had that connection. You both were just kind of wondering what to do next with yourselves. And it's not like you guys had a lot of support. Is that true? From your parents or something?
We did.
You did, okay. I keep getting this lack of something in his spirit that I'm not quite sure what this is. This emptiness, this loneliness. Um, I'm trying to get more like details instead of just feeling stuff.
Yes.
Um, but we got the fishing thing and did you guys play ball?
few times as kids, just playing
Just
around.
playing around, okay. Yeah, I think he's just showing me all the activities that you would do, because there's a variety of stuff. I mean, I see him riding bikes, fishing, playing ball. It's like you did quite a lot of stuff outdoors. Um, it almost feels like, did you ever double date with him?
Um, I don't think so, no.
No? Okay. I guess I just saw a group of friends that you were all together. I thought maybe you double dated, but it was just a group of people that you two would hang out with. There's a sadness he's not telling me about because he keeps going back to it. And he's talking about all this fun stuff and all this you did and go, go, go. But he just, there's something that happened. There's something sad that happened. Besides, it could be his death that he keeps going back to. Like he doesn't want to talk about it or he doesn't know how to talk about it. Does that make sense to you?
Mhm.
What?
Yeah.
It does, okay. Um, Looks like he's got some shame about something. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Did he commit suicide?
Yes.
Okay, that's what he's talking about then. Because I keep feeling this heaviness and this, then all of a sudden this shame and then this lethargy, this heaviness. And okay, he had to have committed suicide because that is the feeling from somebody who commits suicide. And he doesn't want to talk about it even now today. That's why it was having a hard time for him to bring it up. But he did. He brought it up. So he has some shame about that. He feels uh, bad about it. He feels, I'm just going to say the word because he says stupid. He feels stupid. Um, but it's almost like he didn't know what else to do.
Yes.
Yeah, he didn't know what else to do. And he's not in that same place right now in heaven. He's in a better place. But he's going back to that time so he can talk through me and you guys will know it's him. But now, 5 years later, he's healed a lot of that. So you know that. He's not carrying all this pain like he did when he first died. But he's showing me that pain. Um, I think he's telling me he had something wrong with his chemistry, his chemical imbalance. It feels like that he couldn't get it together in his head. Is that true?
Um, I know he was bipolar, and
Yeah.
he was on medication and stuff.
Okay.
And you know, the date or the day of the incident, he was drunk.
Drunk. Okay. Yeah. Because he's saying there was something chemically wrong with his brain. He wasn't in his right mind. And even with not the alcohol, the bipolar screwed him up. So yeah, he had kind of a hard life there and could never quite fit in or feel right. He had better days than others, good days, bad, but he always had this problem or this sense of lostness in his spirit. Okay, we know it's him, right?
Yes.
Do you have a question for him?
Um.
The two questions him he had was
If he was for surely crossed over.
because last time we
Oh,
checked
okay.
he wasn't, and the other one was how do we know if he's around? His mother really wants to know.
His mother?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, he has truly crossed over. He's in a good place. He's strong. He's healthy. He's happy. He's helping other kids. He is. I keep seeing a ball. This one's bigger. It's like he's kicking a ball. He's playing with kids or something. Mentoring kids. But he's very strong. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's almost like God is using him as an example to help kids on earth. Um, Kids that were in the pain he was in. He's strong spiritually, mentally. He forgives himself. God is love, so there's no condemnation for killing himself. There was, when he first died, there was a lot of sorrow and grief, but he healed it. It has since healed, and now he's a different man. Um, do you play basketball?
On occasions.
Okay, occasions, because now I see him playing basketball. I don't know why.
Yeah, growing up, like, we always went to the park and played basketball because there's not much to do in our hometown.
Okay, yeah, I see him playing basketball, and so yes, he's crossed over and he's doing very well. He's not at all the same man. He's not at all the same spirit. He's completely healed a lot of his pain. But he is talking about you in that he knows how hard this was for you to lose him. That you, I think he said, I don't know if you are taking on some of his debt, like you could have prevented it or changed it. Is that true?
No.
Okay, so you don't feel guilty in any way,
No.
or you wish you coulda, or anything?
Yeah,
Nothing?
well, I mean, everybody probably
Wishes.
wishes they could
Okay.
have done something.
Right, okay, no guilt. I think what he's trying to say then is that he saw how hard this was and has been on you. Oh God, there was some connection though with that in him and you. Life, I think he's telling you, life can be bigger or better, or life can be all that you want it to be. And I think he wants you to know that you can achieve your goals if you want. You can. Um, I think he's saying, do you feel stuck, like you haven't gone further or done much, or like you can't find what you want, or do you feel stuck in some way?
In some way, yes.
In some way, yes. Okay. Because he's talking to you about that, and he's saying you can have what you want. You can get what you want in life. It is bigger. Look at the bigger picture, okay? He wants you to step out of the box and get into the bigger picture of life. That life is there for you, not against you. That life, that God is for you. It feels like sometimes, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it feels like sometimes you think life is against you. Is that true or not?
Not necessarily. I mean, everybody probably has, their good and bad days.
Okay. Yeah, and yeah, because it doesn't feel blown out of proportion. I think he's just making these suggestions that life is for you. Um, Sticks. I don't know what that means, but I heard the word sticks. I don't know what he's talking about, but I try to say everything I hear. I don't know if they're drumsticks, if they're sticks,
Pool sticks.
pool sticks. He just said sticks. Um, I'm asking him questions. I know we answered the one question. What was the other one? About what?
How we know when he's around.
Oh, if he's around, yeah. You know, I feel when I ask that again, I always see these activities. It's like he's in the family at dinners, in commotion, outside, with you, playing ball or sports or something. It's like he sees the chaoticness sometimes in the house. Um, he sees the quietness at night. He, most people want to know that exact question. What is this a sign? And a lot of times they don't give me that answer. There is no one specific sign. Some once in a blue moon there is. But it just feels like he's kind of there from a distance, and he just kind of watches everybody and is with everybody and helping everybody grow up and helping everybody to learn to be happy. And it's like he's from a distance. He's on the earth's plane, he's right there, but he keeps his distance for some reason. Um, it feels like sometimes he might be with you in a car. Is that true, do you think?
Yes.
Okay, it feels like he's right with you in the car, and there's music going on or something, and he's with you in the car. I don't know if you guys, I mean, every kid likes loud music, but I just kind of sense loud music, and he's in the car with you. And you have felt him there.
Yeah.
Yes, and he's saying, yes, it's real. It is him. And that you can feel him very strongly, matter of fact. It isn't just a second. It lasts longer than that. And you laugh with him and you talk to him and he is there with you in the car. Because it feels like he liked the car. He liked going places. A lot of fun in the car. Adventure. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Yes.
Okay. So he has a lot of fun in the car with you. It feels like he's with his mom. She's sad and carries this heavy burden, this sadness, and it makes him sad um, to see her carrying this burden. I think she thinks she could have done something different or been a better mother or something. Is that true?
Um.
Or don't you know that maybe?
Well, I do know, like, the day of the incident, he was at her place, obviously, and no one heard the gun fire or anything.
Okay. Yeah, so I think she's carrying this burden in her spirit. Now, she may not admit it to anybody, but I think she's carrying this heavy burden. And I think he's telling me this because he wants her to let it go. To let it go. Because her spirit will always be heavy in the rest of her life if she doesn't let this go and forgive herself. Yeah. It feels like she's carrying a lot of it. The tragedy of it. Yeah. And I don't know, maybe the tape, I don't know if you guys are close enough to her, you can tell her this stuff,
Yes.
but she needs to forgive herself so she can enjoy the rest of her life with a bit of light in it instead of darkness. Although she's doing well, she's trying very hard. Feels like she's gone to some counseling, maybe? Grief counseling or something, is that true?
I think she might have. I know she's, been also attending a church and stuff.
Okay, so she's getting help. Okay, because I sense this part of her that is reaching out more for help. So that's good. Is that the only two questions you have for him then?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
We just want to see. I don't know. I guess they don't. We don't feel them as much as we used to.
Yeah, I mean, in 5 years they do move on more and more, but they're always around. They come and go. When you think about them and talk to them, they can hear you. But in time, they do go further and further. Yeah, that is true. I'll just ask him some stuff, then see if he can say some more before he goes. Oh gosh, did something about a shoe, a foot, tennis shoe, feet. I don't know what he's trying to say. Tennis shoes. I don't know. Do you know what he might be saying?
No.
No.
No. Okay. And that's fine too, because it's like sometimes I think you hear them say, and they just quick say something, then it's gone, and then I have to figure it out. But I thought he said something about tennis shoes, and I don't know if he wore funny ones or if he liked. I don't know. I don't know if he is trying to just be silly, if he had a good sense of humor, if he was a jokester, if that came out from that. But it's almost like he started laughing and being silly. Like he is happy. He's
Yeah.
just happy now. And all is well. Okay. Well, I think he's gone. I mean, I think he's done.
Okay.
Because all of a sudden, what happens is I can't hear them anymore, and they just fade. So then I try to hear, and then he just fades. So I think he left. I think he just faded.